Yep, we got you. We're gonna start with Vinny right away.
Perfect.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Couple things. Number one, saw that you guys flew out last night. Wanted to get an early start in California. What was the thought process behind getting out there early? And then also saw that Dylan Parham, left the game yesterday. I was wondering if there was any kind of an update on Dylan.
No update on Dylan. The thought process, with the logistics here, relative to the mandatory day off and those types of things. We can't travel on a mandatory day off, so we didn't want to. We just thought this was the best thing logistically for us, is to go ahead and travel after the game, and that way we can kind of have our feet on the ground here and not try to do too much the day before we're getting ready to practice with another football team. Meaning, if we take the day off at home Monday and then try to go over the San Francisco stuff Tuesday, at our place, hurry up and kind of cram in something for LA and then travel on the same day, then get up and go practice with them. We just didn't feel like that was conducive to giving ourselves the best opportunity to have a productive day. So we thought this was best.
Go ahead, Hondo.
Josh, I got two quick questions for you. First, I mentioned to you yesterday in the post game how you have preached consistency since you got here. And this whole offseason and training camp, it's been that. Now, is this practices in LA, are they even more important just because the trend is consistent, for you looking for them to stay on that trend of being consistent?
I don't think it's any more important than any other days. We'd like to, continue to improve as a team in each phase. I think that's the most important thing against a good team that's very well coached, with different schematic challenges. So I think our team's been, consistent, in terms of their approach. Now we're trying to fine tune some of the details depending on the phase we're talking about in our game so we can improve. And so there was a lot of things we saw last night and this morning on the film that we know we can do better, and we're going to need to do better as we go forward. So we'll be hard at work tomorrow discussing that with our team, and then hopefully we can make some progress here in LA.
And following up on that, Josh, my second one, after watching the film, is there anybody that stood out to you, maybe you didn't notice from field level, but you thought had a good game?
Not necessarily one specific person or another. I think there was some guys, like I said after the game, I thought our players played with decent effort and competitiveness throughout. I like that across the board. And I think that we had a number of guys that did some decent things, but I also know that there's, enough guys that they all played enough plays to be able to go in there and try to make some corrections tomorrow. So I wouldn't say anybody specifically stood out.
Hey, Josh, what stood out for you as far as the competition in the wide receiver room?
They all had opportunities, and each guy, did his job generally, made a few plays with that group. Had a couple of other opportunities that we didn't, quite come up with. I know Aiden and Trey had that chance down the sideline to make a, kind of a rather big one, and we were close on that. But they competed hard, they blocked hard. I thought they blocked decent, for some of our edge stuff that we did in the running game, which was good to see. But much to learn from and much to continue to get better at.
Yeah, specifically at right tackle, we saw a good amount of Jermaine Illuminor and Thayer Munford. I know those are obviously a couple of guys in the mix for the competition at that position. What did you think, just kind of overall, what you saw from them, against the 49ers?
Yeah, both of them, did some good things. I thought both of them were challenged. This is a really, like I said, this is a really good front. So, they got a decent chunk during the week, and then, each of them had a handful of drives yesterday in the game too. So, some good, some positive, and then a few things that I think our entire tackle group can learn from relative to playing that style of defense. So, I'm pleased with the way they're going about it. They're competing hard. I think they're making one another better, that whole group, and look forward to seeing the challenges that we're going to see this week too.